My wife recently read a book called It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. She liked it a lot, and when your wife likes a book a lot, you already know what happens next. That's right, I got drafted. Next thing I know, I'm sitting on the couch watching the movie version of It Ends With Us. Now, let me be clear, I survived. No lasting injuries, I stayed awake, remained emotionally stable, and made it through the credits with dignity, mostly intact. But while watching, I noticed something interesting. There's a moment where the guy gives the girl a wooden heart, handmade, symbol of love, strength, romance. The kind of gesture that says, I care deeply and I own sandpaper. Now my wife's birthday is coming soon, and I thought, this is it. This is my opportunity. Because sure, I already have the main gift, but seasoned husbands know the truth. The main gift gets you in the game. The handmade bonus gift gets you into the playoffs. So I decided to make her a wooden heart. How hard could it be? It's basically 2 curves and good intentions. A little wood, 5 minutes with a router, a little sanding, and hopefully no emergency room paperwork. My mission today is simple. Turn a block of lumber into a symbol of love, without turning my workshop into a scene from a disaster documentary. Let's go earn some husband points. Now, I don't have the original prop from the movie, but I do have something better. I have a decorative heart sitting right here in my living room, and honestly, it's close enough to what I'm going for. I want mine a bit bigger though, so I'm tracing this shape onto a piece of cherry wood. Cherry is the wood of love. I just made that up, but it sounds right. Nothing fancy here, just a pencil and a steady hand. Once I'm happy with the outline, it's time to start cutting. Cutting the outside shape first. And this is where you just follow the line and try not to overthink it. A heart is forgiving. Nobody's gonna hold a protractor up to this thing. Now for the inside. This is the tricky part. The heart needs to be open, hollow in the center, just like in the book. So I'm over at the drill press, punching holes at the corners to give my jigsaw blade a place to start. Thread the blade through and carefully cut out the interior. It's like surgery, except the patient is wood and the doctor has no degree. Over to the bench grinder now to refine the outside edge. This is where the shape really starts to come alive. For the inside curves, I'm switching to my handheld router. The grinder can't reach in there, but the router can. Slow and steady, just cleaning up the rough spots and getting those curves nice and smooth. Back to the router table to round over the edges, inside and out. This is what takes it from a flat cutout to something that actually feels good in your hands. You want it to feel like someone cared when they made it. Because someone did. One more pass with the handheld router to polish up the edges and clean the tips of the heart. Then a quick touch on the bench grinder. And now we're into sanding territory. 120 grit first to knock down anything rough, then 240 to make it smooth. You want this thing to feel like it's been tumbled in a river for 100 years. And now, Odie's oil. This is the moment where the wood just wakes up. All that grain hiding under the surface suddenly comes through, and the cherry turns this beautiful warm color. If you've never oiled a piece of cherry before, Do yourself a favor. It's deeply satisfying. All right, the heart is done. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good, but it needs a home. Every heart needs something to stand on. In the movie, it's just the heart itself, but I want mine on a base. A proper pedestal, because my wife's love is worth at least a small box made from the same cherry. So I'm back at the table saw, cutting a square board with 45-degree bevels on the edges. 5 pieces, all mitered, ready to fold into a little box. If this looks familiar, yes, it's the same technique from my last video, except this time I'm using the table saw like a civilized person instead of wrestling a router. Painter's tape holds the pieces together for the glue up. Glue on, fold it up, tape it tight, and walk away. Overnight dry. No peeking. Next morning, the joints look solid. A light sanding to clean things up. Then back to the router table to round over the edges so it matches the heart. A little wood filler where needed. Then 240 grit to smooth everything out. One problem though, the bottom is uneven from the glue up, so a quick pass on the table saw to trim it flat. Then Odie's oil on the base, same as the heart. And now these two pieces look like they were always meant to go together. Now the engineering challenge. How do I attach the heart to the base? My plan is simple. Drill a hole in the center of the base, drill a matching hole in the bottom of the heart, and connect them with a metal pin. Like a dowel joint, but with metal for strength. So I drill the base, drill the heart, slide in a nail and it's flimsy. The heart wobbles like it's had too much coffee. This isn't gonna work. I need something with more backbone. And then I see it, sitting right there on my bench. An old hex key, the perfect diameter, solid steel. Sometimes the best solutions are the ones already lying around your shop. I cut it to length, drop some super glue in the base, set the hex key in, and mount the heart on top. And just like that, it's done. A cherry heart, born from a movie night I didn't volunteer for. I think it turned out beautiful. And I hope she thinks so too. If she doesn't, well, I hear there's a sequel. Hit subscribe. Hopefully the next project doesn't require watching a romance first.